The passage that is part of our service today might seem like a odd passage, even a curious passage to end a series titled A Future with Hope. It is certainly filled with a lot of grim predictions. Grim predictions which depict not only the destruction of a temple, but the destruction of the center of religious life. Look at that beautiful stonework, one of the disciples exclaimed with awe and imagination as they were leaving the temple. Are you admiring the amazing architecture? Asked Jesus in the Donna version of the story. Everything you see is going to come down in a heap of rubbles. All of it. It will all be destroyed. That was Jesus' prediction. In the next part of the story, the disciples are still thinking about and wrestling with that grim prediction. And they were wrestling with it as they sat with Jesus across from the temple. When is all this going to happen? Was the question. And in typical Jesus fashion, they weren't given a set date. Instead, they were told to watch for signs. And then Jesus went on to describe the signs. There will be leaders with fake identities. That will be one of the signs. There will be leaders who are full of deceit and deception. And there will be wars. And there will be rumors of wars. And there will be more wars. It's important that you watch your attitudes. It's important that you notice how you respond. Don't be afraid. This is routine stuff. This is how history now and forever has gone on. If you are wondering about the source of those elaborations, I'm piecing together verses from the Message, the Living Bible, and the New Revised Version of the story. These were Jesus' instructions. Don't panic. Keep your heads. Don't be alarmed. Watch. Be aware of how you respond. And your pastor adds, stick together. When you see all this stuff happening, stick together. According to Jesus, all of this yicky stuff has to take place. Nation will fight nation. People will fight with people. Rulers will fight with rulers. Over and over and over. That's what Jesus said. Emerson B. Powery, who is a biblical scholar, writes in True to Our Native Land that Jesus is an apocalyptic, eschatological prophet. An apocalyptic, eschatological prophet. Meaning, Jesus has an understanding of endings. That's the eschatological part, an understanding of endings. The apocalyptic part, the literal translation is revelation. Apocalypses are revelations. Jesus is a prophet who understands and reveals endings. This was evident at the beginning of his ministry. It is exactly what he proclaimed when he started out saying, the time is now. The time is fulfilled. The kingdom is here. It's not just near. It's right over our shoulders. And it's happening now. And the same type of proclamations are evident in the passage that we heard today. So what is curious to me is all of the stuff that Jesus lists is pointing towards something. All of these signs, the deceit, the deception, the fighting, are pointing to something bigger, pointing to something powerful, pointing to the fact that something new is being revealed. I struggle with that, but I'm willing to work with it.